My name is Sarah Bond. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the head of ecosystem for Xbox. I know, right? Microsoft likes to make these titles that are very mysterious. But what we do is we're really responsible for all of the relationships that Microsoft has with game creators globally. And we get to be responsible for all of the aspects of that. So we lead the commercial relationships. We also build all of the developer tools and all the publisher tools that are used by game creators that want to work with Xbox and also that want to have their games powered by Azure. It wasn't a linear one. I actually played games starting out as a kid. It was something I always did with my dad. The first game I can remember playing was King's Quest II when I was about 6 or 7 years old. And then I went to business school, and I actually started out working at McKinsey in consulting. And at that time, no one did consumer tech. Like Google hadn't IPO'd, there was no Facebook, there was no iPhone, and all of tech was considered to be commercial business. And I decided, though, because I liked consumer things and I liked tech, that I was going to do consumer tech, and people thought that that was a little strange. But of course, it ended up taking off with everything that happened in the world. And I did that for a number of years in consulting, and then I went to T-Mobile and worked there, T-Mobile, the wireless company, which is a great consumer tech company. And after about 6 years doing a ton of things there, which ended in me leading strategy and business development, I decided I want to try something new. And Microsoft seemed like a great option. And when the opportunity came to start on the gaming team, I was like, well, that works perfectly. That's consumer tech. And it's also something that I've always loved since I was a kid. Well, when I first came, I had been at sort of a strategy business development person for a long time, especially at T-Mobile. That was my role. And I was really used to this industry where all I had to care about was like 4 actors. I was like T-Mobile, Sprint, AT&T, Verizon. Maybe you're thinking about like Apple for iPhone and Google for Android. And then I came to gaming and I realized that there were thousands and thousands and thousands of developers, creators, different platforms. And it was like looking at a constellation of stars. I was just like, oh, this is so cool. And because of what I get to do, I can see it all. A lot of people work in our industry, but they don't get the opportunity to actually see all of those patterns. They might work on a specific aspect of it, but my role literally requires me to look out and to understand what's going on for all of the different players, what matters to them, what their economics are, what their challenges are, and help them solve those things. Maybe context switching. Like I have to think of so many different things and types of things in a single day. I might be having a very deep one-on-one conversation with someone about their career, or they might be scared or worried about something. And then I have to switch to be giving a speech to thousands of people. And then I have to switch to a conversation about the unit economics of xCloud and how those are going to change over time, right? And then I have to switch to, giving someone advice on how to approach a negotiation. And those are all sort of different parts of your brain and different sort of altitudes that you need to be thinking about and explaining things. And I think that's the hardest. Like when I have a day with a lot of context switching at the end, I'm like, I just got to put my headphones on and relax. I'm so tired. The people. Like ultimately, like there's so many jobs you can do in life. There's so many choices you can make. But what really makes a day good is if you love the people you work with, if you trust them, if even when something really challenging is going on or really hard, you're still laughing or you feel like you're having a good time. And that's what makes me stay. Day in and day out is being part of like a team, like really part of a team where you're playing a position where someone else is playing their position and you're supporting each other so that you can achieve a goal that otherwise wouldn't be possible. The thing I'm most looking forward to is just this trend that we're seeing and the culmination of it that's what I'm looking forward to, of making it easier for anyone to create a game. We've seen it in video, like with TikTok or YouTube. You've seen it in music with sort of the rise of the citizen creator, and we're starting to see that in games. You see a little, you're seeing that with Roblox, you're seeing it with the access of tools, and that really, really inspires me because I know out of that are going to come beautiful stories, experiences, and voices that are going to have a lot of impact and meaning for people. And that's one of the things I think is going to make this industry just even greater than it is today.